Hello friends, in this video we are going to look at a text field, password field and hidden field of HTML5 forms. So the tags here we are going to explore are form, input and submit. The input tag with type attribute can render various type of HTML5 controls. So the tag is one, but it can display different kind of controls. So we can use the type attribute to decide what control we want to render. So when we specify text to the type attribute, the browser will display a text box. Type attribute with password value displays a text box for taking passwords. Here typed letters shown as dots. That means whoever is standing behind you cannot see what you are entering inside this text box when a type is set as password. So it's a special kind of a text box which displays dots instead of typed characters. Type attribute with hidden value does not display the control to the user. So the password type does not display the characters, but when you set type as hidden, the control itself not displayed in the browser. But when you submit the data which is present in the hidden field will be sent to the browser. So here if you see, we are using a input and we specified type as a text. So this will display a text box in the browser. And name is given as a title. So the input has a following attribute, and if you say name identifies the control, that means the title identifies this text box. Size defines control's width. So here we specified 5, that means the control will be rendered with the size to hold 5 characters. So this max length attribute specifies how many characters a user can type. So you can set a max length of 5 and size equal to 10. So even though the text box is long enough to hold 10 characters, user can type only 5 characters in it. So that's the use of a max length. The value attribute is used to set default value to a text box. Here, since it is a type, I am saying text box. So next, if you see, we use the same input tag element, and here we specified type as a password. So this makes the control as a password field. That means a special kind of a text box. The letters typed will be shown as dotted. Some browsers display eye icon towards the right. So clicking and holding the eye icon, you can see the letters typed in the password. So here this screenshot is taken from IE, and if you see towards the right, you are seeing an eye icon. So by default, the text field won't display any characters, it will display dots. But if you click and hold that eye icon, it will display the typed in characters. So it depends on browser. Chrome browser won't display this option at all. Next type is a hidden type attribute, and if you see here, we created a input element and we specified type as a hidden. Name we gave here as browser, and value we are specifying it as Chrome. So when this hidden field is present in a HTML form, the browsing user cannot see this element. But when they submit this form, the name and value will be sent to the server. The server can retrieve this value by supplying the name attribute browser. Since here the type marked as hidden, it hides the control from rendering. So user cannot see it. The visible will be false. But the value is sent to the web browser. That means when user clicks the submit button, the value will be sent to the browser. But the user never knows what value is this hidden field is holding. Here the value Chrome is sent to browser even though it is not displayed to the browsing user. That means sent to the browser. It's not sent to browser. Here the value Chrome is sent to server even though it is not displayed to the browsing user. Alright, now let us see an example. If you see here, we created a HTML with a form, and this form is not closed. Let us close that first. So here we created a form, then there is a h1 tag, and if you see, first we are using the title attribute, the input attribute. Then we specify the type as a text, name, size, max length, and value is the default one. That means whenever the text is rendered, by default it will display Mr. in the title, but if a browsing user want to change it, they can change it. Next we create the same text field, then we gave it a name, first name, size and max length is specified, same input type text, last name also input type text. So there are four text field. After that, here we created a password field. So this is the input for the password. Type we specified it as a password. After that, we are creating a hidden field, and the type is hidden, name browser, value is a Chrome. Let us render this, and if you see, action is in the dummy action.html. that's why we kept a dummy action.html. The HTML does nothing, it just displays a title and some heading field. You see here, by default it is displaying the title. Here we specify the default value, right? So that's useful to specify a default title. Then here first name, password, here I am typing it as ABC123. Since I am in IE, you can see a I icon is displayed, and if I click and hold this icon, you can see the typed password, and if I release it, it will go back to the dotted line. Now we will submit this form, and the submit action is specified in the lower left corner, which is a temp dummy action.html. Alright, let me maximize it. You can watch here. So our title is sent, title equal to Mr. first name, middle name, last name, and browser, if you see, browser is Chrome. So this one is coming from our hidden field. So here we specify hidden field, right? So name and value. So everything is going as name, value, pair, right? Browser, it's the name, and value is this one. Last name is the name, and value typed by the user for last name is Babu. So that's how the data are submitted to the browser web server. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.